Hello students, welcome to our session. We are discussing about the village economy. Our 8th unit, Rampur, a village economy. We are discussing about the 8th chapter in our social studies. Earlier we have discussed some points. Today we are going to discuss about land distribution in Rampur. How the land distribution was there in Rampur and is there in Rampur now itself also. Here, most of the people are depending upon agriculture in India as well as in Rampur. Here, from 4 factors, the land is very important production factor to have an yield. Land is an important factor in production of agriculture in Rampur. We are studying about Rampur's economy. So here in Rampur, land is very important factor among the 4 factors. As we know, 4 factors. What are they? They are land, labor, capital, and entrepreneurship or enterprise. These 4 factors all together produce something. The same way, land is an important factor in production of agriculture in Rampur. And in Rampur, it has a 2,660 population is there. In this population, all the people in Rampur not having sufficient land. Not all the people in Rampur have sufficient land in Rampur to cultivate. That means land is in a lesser way and the population is in high. Population is high and land is low. So here its population is about 2,660. But all the people in Rampur not having sufficient land to cultivate. And if you come to families, here, if you come to families, 450 families are there in Rampur. Among these families, if we divide, 150 families are completely landless. Those are Dalits. Dalit means the lower caste. In our caste system, they called as Dalits. So, being Dalits, they are not having land at all. Nearly 150 families. In Rampur village, nearly 150 families are not having, they are completely landless. And 60 families. These 60 families are in the segment of medium and large scale farmers. They are having more than, I think here the calculation is 4 hectares of land. We will discuss later. So here 60 families are in the segment of medium and large scale farmers. And 240 families. Out of 450 families, 240 families are having less than 2 hectares of land. Here, 2 hectares of land is for 240 families each one. And if you go for houses, how they are living there in Rampur, and what kind of houses are there in Rampur. So here upper castes are living, none other than Dalits, none other than BCs. Upper castes are living in houses made of reinforced cement concrete houses, or made of bricks and perfect houses. So upper castes are living in those houses. whereas one-third of population, nearly, let us think about 3,000. Nearly thousands of population is living in small and thatched houses, like huts. So, one-third of population, nearly 1,000 population is living in small and thatched houses. This is the scene of housing in Rampur. So, here is a story. It is a symbolic story of a person named Govind or Gobind. So here, in 1960, there was a farmer named Govind. He was a farmer with 2.25 hectares. Then he has 2.25 hectares of land, and he was cultivating in his land. He cultivated it with his 4 sons. He has 4 sons. He had 4 sons. With this 2.25 hectares of land. And he hadn't lived comfortably. This is a story related to economy of Rampur. And similarly, similarized it with the Indian economy. Here, he cultivated it with the help of his 4 sons. He didn't live comfortably. And after Govind's death, what his sons had to do? Naturally, they shared the land. If we divide 2.25 by 4, we get 0.75. Near. So 0.75 hectares of that means 1.853 acres of land each of his sons got. So after Govind's death, his sons got 0.75 hectares or 1.853 acres of land. So they started cultivation. Even they adopted many systems, many methods in cultivation. They are unable to get comfortable yield. They are unable to get comfortable, making a living comfortably. So this is the reason. This is the reason what they faced. This is the reason what they faced, that they have a small size of plot. They have the small plot to cultivate. That means 1.853 acres. This is the similarized aspect. This is the similarized point to Rampur economy as well as the Indian economy. They have to go for additional work. We see in our agriculture sector, completely they don't get, the farmers or farming laborers don't get complete work throughout 365 days. So year long they don't get. That's why central government brought a scheme, Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Guarantee Assurance. So they have to go for additional work beyond this cultivation. So this is the land distribution in our and about Govind's story. Students, here observe the map 1 given in your textbook. Map 1 describes the land distribution in Telangana, our state. You can observe there, much of them are in a small size, and the least percentage in larger one plots are there showing in the map. You have to observe the picture and understand how the land distribution is there in our Telangana itself also. So let us go for another one. Observe the pie graph given in your book also. Here, if we suppose this circle 100%, in 87% of population or farming population or farmers, 87% of the farming population or farmers are small farmers. Small farmers means having less than 2 acres or landless poor. That means if we suppose 100 people are there, 87 are small farmers. Only 13 people are in the segment of medium and large farmers. If you go for land distribution among these farmers, we get 52% of farmers or 52% of the land is under the management of medium and large farmers. Suppose 100 acres of land is there, cultivable land is there. 52 acres of land is under the management of medium and large scale. And 48% of the land is under small farmers. This is the difference between small farmers and large and medium scale farmers. So here, if the land distribution is calculated in an average, we get here small farmers are getting 1.8125 hectares of land per an individual. Here 4 hectares of land averagely. In an average, 4 hectares of land is under control of small and medium and large farmers, not small, medium and large farmers. This is the distribution of land in Rampur village. It reflects the land distribution in India also. Why we are studying here Rampur? We are studying Rampur is an iconic symbol of economy of India. So student, this is our land distribution in Rampur. It is the pointer and the unit of a village economy. So this is important thing. Observe the pie chart and ready to represent the numerals in our examination also. Let's meet in next session.